There we go. Thank you, Jean. You're wonderful. Thanks, everyone. And I'm just so happy. I have my sister and my niece in the audience. And my girlfriend, Donna, is back here. Donna, lean over and wave. She's helping. I want to say, first of all, and thank you, Laura, for coming. I'm sorry I couldn't talk to you before, but we thought we were missing a chord. And we went into a little panic, but we aren't missing a chord. But that just goes to the point of, I would not be able to do anything that I'm doing without the help of my much younger girlfriend. Because she knows all this stuff, and about every 45 seconds I go, Donna, it's broken, which means I can't figure it out, right? So I just want to say that, doesn't this festival give you hope for the future? Come on, the world is changing. I remember the time I would walk into a vegan restaurant and I knew everybody, every single person, and it was the same people over and over again. And now it's like I just stood on 3 lines trying to get food and I couldn't get any because the line's too long, and that's a good thing. So we're going to set up some videos here. I'll just tell you, I'm also a recovering alcoholic. I just celebrated 21 years of sobriety. And you know, what we do is we tell what it's like, what happened, and what it's like now. So what it was like, I spent 37 years in corporate media. And so I know corporate media. And I got to tell you, there is a news media blackout on animal rights. Where are the reporters?
Yes.
Where are all the news? Oh, wait a second. Here's my dear friend Angie Crouch from NBC, but I don't want to get her in trouble. She's here as a person. She's not reporting. So I won't ask her, a question will get her into trouble, but where are the reporters? They should be swarming, right? Everybody should be covering this major development happening now. The Woodstock for veganism and animal rights. But the truth is that there is a mainstream media blackout on animal rights. Why? Anybody want to hazard a guess? The advertisers, right? So I had a show on HLN, which I was very blessed, and I have nothing but good things to say about HLN. They allowed me to do an animal segment every week. And every time they looked the other way, I'd say, put more footage in, put more of that terrible footage in. Because I wanted people to see the truth. I call terrible footage truth bombs. Truth bombs. We need to hit people with the truth because they're telling themselves a fairy tale about what happens to these animals. And the only way we can hit them with the truth is either take them to a factory farm, and they won't let us in, or show them the video from inside factory farms. And why is the vegan movement the biggest movement in animal rights? Because you can take all the other exploited animals, and they are precious, and I love them all. But you can take all the elephants and the lions, and even the dogs, and the cats, and the monkeys, and all the other animals who are being exploited, and you can put them in a little circle, and guess what? This is the circle for animals for food. Okay? The sheer enormity of 70 billion sentient beings, 70 billion individuals being slaughtered on this planet every year. 70 billion. There's 9 billion killed in this country alone every year. But that just absolutely overshadows any other animal issue. So anybody who loves animals, don't eat them. Because otherwise you can't really say that you love animals. And in fact, you can't even say that you love people. People sometimes come up to me and they say, why don't you care about people? And I say, I do care about people. Oh, it's so cute that you care about animals, and I hear you have some chihuahuas. Well, why don't you grow up and care about people? Why don't you join the adults in the room who are talking lofty issues about human suffering? I said, I'd like to end world hunger. As we're speaking, children in developing nations are dying of malnutrition. Boom, 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 every couple of seconds. Children die of malnutrition and hunger. And we can end all that. And how do we end it? By not eating animals, because meat is the most inefficient use of resources on the planet. We all know that. Anybody who has a dog knows how much the animals eat. All that food, if fed directly to people, would end world hunger today. Do we want to end world hunger?
Yes!
And if you want to end world hunger. Okay, so they're mutually exclusive. If you want to end world hunger and human suffering, you have to look away and step away from the biggest source of animal suffering. It's all combined. Okay, we got the video? No, well, they're still working back there behind the scenes. So let me just say what happened. So I left my show and I came home and I said to my girlfriend, I said, you know, it's bummer that I can't do my animal segments anymore. Well, I had just had a birthday. I won't tell you which one. And she said, hey, why don't we take the GoPro camera and go out? And I said, yeah, let's go out and shoot some protests. Now that I'm not constrained by corporate media, let's go out and shoot some protests and see what happens. Well, we started going to protest after protest after protest. Sometimes hundreds of people. Okay, in the cold and 9-degree weather. What was missing? Media coverage. And every single time the protest organizers would tell us the same thing. Well, they said they were going to come, but there was a breaking news story. Now, I think anybody who's a reporter in this room knows exactly what that means. They never had any intention of coming. That's what I used to say when I didn't want to cover something. Well, I was going to be there, but there was a breaking news story. So I started to realize, wow, we got to do something here. These people are putting all this effort and time and sometimes risk into organizing these massive protests, and nobody is seeing them. Not a single person is seeing them, excuse me. Why? Because the mainstream media isn't there. Well, that's where something really wonderful comes up. And it's called a cell phone. Now, how many people in this room have one of these? Okay, does anybody not have a cell phone? If you want to do one thing for animals, invest in the highest quality cell phone you can get. Because here's the truth, and the one reporter, I won't get her in trouble for being here, who is in the room who can attest that, I won't say when I started, but let me put it this way. My first job, I did the first live shot that they ever had in the history of their TV station, and we didn't even know what a live shot was. They said, you're going to go down to the courthouse and start talking. Okay. And I said, really? So I just talked for about 10 minutes, and that was the first live shot. It was a little kooky. But anyway, what used to take 2 photographers, a sound person and a cameraman, and an editor, and an entire giant studio of hundreds of people to broadcast something, all of it has collapsed into this device, the cell phone. Every single one of us can become the media for animals. Do you want to become the media for animals? Do you want to do an end run around the mainstream media blackout? Okay, we can do it. We can do it. So my girlfriend and I, in the time that we started, which was in November of 2014, which is about 1.5 years ago, have now produced hundreds of videos on animal rights events. I shot one here. And by the way, there's something new called Facebook Live. I actually showed Nathan Runkle's talk earlier this afternoon on Facebook Live. I recorded it on my cell phone, and it went onto my Facebook feed live. And I also recorded Gene Bauer, who just spoke here, until the connection went dead. But we got about 10-15 minutes in. So already, more people saw the video than were in the room. And the great thing about these videos is once they're there, they continue forever. Forever and ever and ever, and they continue to gather hits. I see some aspiring journalists in the room. What do you think? It's not going to work? Oh, that's all right. Okay, come on out. We'll hold it up. And they've all got good eyesight. These guys have been eating plenty of carrots. I know there's a couple of people in the room I want to acknowledge. First of all, Armani May, a veterinarian. Stand up, Armani. Okay. She is not only an incredible veterinarian, but she is a Toastmaster. So in her desperation to spread the word about compassionate animals, she joined the Toastmasters organization, which is kind of like joining the Elks Club. You know, anyway, she practices with other vegans to give speeches at these Toastmasters events, which maybe 30 people are listening. So she said, come on over and videotape my Toastmasters, which I did. And we've already gotten 22,000 views on her vegan Toastmasters. So take a second and tell us how you feel the impact of using a cell phone. And everything we shot, Donna and I have shot, is on, you want to hit that a little bit? We'll play it a little bit. Oh, we have no sound. But anyway, there she is while we talk. This is the vegan Toastmaster story we did that was seen by about 22,000 people. Where'd she go? Are you on a call? A call for a chihuahua or something? Okay, here, hop up on stage for a second. And just say how you feel using a cell phone to shoot this story has impacted you.
Thank you for covering that. That was an amazing amount of views that we got on that video of my speech that I gave at the Toastmasters competition. And I won first place at the area contest. I'm launching a non-profit organization, the Veterinary Association for the Protection of Animals. We have a booth, H2, if you want to visit it. And my goal with that is to encourage veterinarians to try veganism and hopefully get more vegan veterinarians out to the animal practice.
And if you have, we have 3 Chihuahua rescues and a cat rescue, and I call you all the time and I'm like, okay, Foxy's scratching yourself, what do I do? So I won't exploit you that way anymore, but thank you, Armani. Now, we've got incredible people from National Animal Rights Day. Come on up, because this is happening June 5th. Now, let me explain how these videos, actually I think it's a good thing that these videos don't play, because now you have all your homework. You're going to have to go home and go to janeunchained.com and watch 200 videos, but they're really exciting. But the head of National Animal Rights Day, Elam Orion, who's a very handsome actor also, just FYI, came over to our house a few weeks ago and he said, I'm doing National Animal Rights Day, Jane, and I'm having a problem. I got to raise $15,000 because we're doing it in 15 cities. And we need to buy t-shirts, we need permits, blah, blah, blah. And I can't get the funding. I've been asking people. So I said to Donna, here, grab this camera, and we're going to sit at the kitchen table and the dining room table. We're going to do it right now, okay? So we did our pitch. He gave a pitch. We were talking. There he is. We just sat down on the kitchen table and started talking. And already that video has gotten, hold on, I have my notes here somewhere because I wanted to give the number of hits. This video has gotten 82,000 hits. So they were able to raise some money, you know? And so that just shows you that anytime we have a challenge within our vegan community, turn on this cell phone and you can figure it out. Because together, we can really supersize, absolutely supersize our movement. Now, there's a young lady over there who I was talking to. Come on over, come on down. And I see her as a typical example, but this applies to all of you. You're all journalists for animals. You can all be journalists for animals. But she came up, and you're videotaping me right now, right? Okay, then I'm gonna videotape you. Watch out, watch out. No, but she said, you said you did YouTube, right? Okay, so this young lady said that she does YouTube videos, which is wonderful. And all the kids are doing YouTube videos, and that's great. We just had Freely the Banana Girl here, and she was mobbed. I mean, she had an entourage that went from here to Orange County when she walked out of this tent. All these young girls trying to be like Freely the Banana Girl. So YouTube stars are great, but we can also do what I think is more journalistic reporting. Because one of the things that I want to do is when I send out a report, I don't want them to really know where it's coming from. Is it coming from CBS News or Yahoo News or Huffington Post? The way it is now, the way you can send out these videos, they actually look, if they look professional, the information will be accepted as professional. So that's really important. Now, are you willing to become a journalist for animals?
Yes, absolutely. And I've already started